happy Labor Day weekend one and all, and today we're going to go back in time ever so slightly to Transformers Armada, and we're going to take a look at this trio of planes. Actually, it's 2 planes and a shuttle. Either way you cut it, this trio of minicons combined to give us the relic, the powerful relic known as the Star Saber, and they're going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True Review. Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course subscribe, and while you're at it, light 'em up, baby. And hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, The Autobot Family, Transformers vs. G.I. Joe versus DC Universe vs. Marvel, and all of my social media links. All of those are in the description below. If you want to help the channel, you can do so by using the donate link, or check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course just hit the join button right here on YouTube. Become a channel member. Stick around, have some fun with us with the stop motions and the countdowns and reviews just like these. And this is the trio of minicons that form the Star Saber. And it's a lot of clear plastic here, man. It's a little unnerving to do this. It's a little difficult to get these guys to actually focus on camera because of the clear plastic. Nevertheless, there's something very charming here. So while I'm kind of fearful, I'm also kind of excited because there's actually a surprising a lot here to like, and I'm not usually a minicon guy, so without any further ado, let's head over to the table and take a closer look at these guys. And yes indeed, following in the footsteps of requests from many, I am very happy to be able to say that we can take a look at the Minicon Air Defense Team. This is the group that combines together to make the Star Saber, or the Dark Star Saber, depending on the coloration you have. And this set came out with several different variations to the color. And when I say several different variations, I mean like 6 or 7 different variations. I don't know exactly which one this is. A part of me wants to say it's the stock release. A part of me wants to say that it's the anime accurate coloration. Either way, I look at this and I think, yep, that pretty much looks like what I saw in the cartoon. So, yeah, I'm going to say 10 for the coloration. Great start, but of course we know that that's only one part. This team is made up of Jetstorm, Runaway, and Sonar. And I don't know, let's begin with, let's say Jetstorm, because that's as good a place to start as any. And so we kick things off with the Concorde known as Jetstorm. I'm going to pre-warn you now. One of his arms likes to come off. It's not tolerance the best, so that's probably going to happen. We'll see how far we get before it happens, but don't be shocked when it does. It's a fine looking Concorde? I guess it's a Concorde. I think that the transformation is kind of brilliant for it. I love the way that this looks underneath with the thigh here, the knee going out, and then the lower leg here. In fact, to do the transformation, we take the nose cone and we flip it up onto his back. We unpeg, if I can do it, there, that leg piece, and we will rotate the whole thing down, and then we can like straighten it out. I think that that's really cool. Then we can come to the other side and should be able to do the same thing. Should be able to do the same thing. Why is that not wanting to work with me? There. There we go. And bring it down and straighten it out and do the same thing. Whew. Okay, I'm very nervous with this where it's all this clear plastic. Then we open up an arm and we rotate the whole thing down on the side. We open up this arm. This is the one that likes to come off. And we rotate the whole thing down on the side. Then you can leave this piece, this fin, up behind his head if you want, but it's supposed to come out, and see, that just popped off. And it comes down over his chest. I'll get that done and we will move on. I hope all of this is staying in focus. It's kind of hard to tell when you're looking at a little screen on a camera and you're trying to kind of make sure that something that's clear is in focus. I hope it is. Nevertheless, the guy's getting 10s across the board so far. He's scoring great. In terms of the articulation, I don't think that that head goes anywhere, and if it does, I'm not the guy who's going to move it. The shoulders are pretty good. The way that there's a pin or a screw or whatever in the shoulder means that they can swivel out to the side, but you can't swing the arm out like in front of his body. He does have an elbow, no bicep swivel, but kind of amazing he has an elbow. And if we come here, and I'm just going to move that out to the side, the legs can go all the way out to the side. Can they go forward? Yeah, they can go forward. We have a knee, and because it's on a ball joint, we kind of have a thigh swivel, really. And I just knocked off one of those arms. This is why I'm trying not to touch the guy too much, because I do, over on this side, have a tendency to knock the arm off a little bit. But if the arms could go out in front of the body, that's about the only other thing that I wish... Oh, and he fell. That's about the only other thing that I wish he could do. And so we move from him with this kind of gimpy arm that likes to fall off to this guy. This is the apparent leader of the group. This is Runaway. He's a Boeing Sonic Cruiser, evidently. Again, it's a very clear plane. I hope that all this is easy for you guys to see, but I'm not 100% sure that it is. His transformation is also fairly simple, but kind of fun. We take the legs and we bring them really straight down, and we can stand the guy up. We bring down his arms, and then this whole piece goes over the front of him. And pardon me, when I pulled his chest down, I had the head stuck in there, and I had to kind of go back. For some reason, it was really stuck, and I had to sort of root it out. But nevertheless, generally, it's a pretty easy, straightforward transformation. The guy's all right. He's okay. Is he the best of the trio? No. Is he the worst? Absolutely not. He's pretty stable, but part of that is because he has this piece back here, which is his nose, and that really does help. The legs can go well forward. I mean, the guy can get in a nice seated position, bend at the knee, no swivel because it's a hinge knee, no out to the side type of movement, which is a little bit of a shame, really. The arms can go forward and back, but they're very short, stumpy arms. He's okay. The transformation is, again, fun and creative. I'm going to say, though, it's about, a 7.5, maybe an 8. And the articulation, well, he doesn't have elbows. The knees don't really have any swivel. It's a little bit less. So I'm going to say that his articulation, for what it is still okay. It, again, is about a 7.5 or an 8. And so, lastly of the trio, we come with he who has the most paint, that, of course, being Sonar. And he's a Venture Star Shuttle. I don't even know if that's a real thing. But it's a weird little bulbousy shuttle thing, I guess. He looks really good. I'll give him that. In terms of the transformation, it's a little with this guy. You spread the legs apart there like that, and then really you need to kind of slide them down, but one of these legs in particular does like to come off of its rail, and where this is clear plastic, I'm not the most comfortable lad doing it. The little feet, they come up and turn, come up and turn. The white will be on the back. The blue will be on the front. I think I got that right. This whole clear peg piece comes over to his back, and when you do that, you're really kind of bringing the head up and the arms kind of out, and flip that arm down, and then this one, it too wants to be a nuisance. Flip down, and is it that way that you go with the... No, it's the other way that you go with the wing pieces, so that they're facing up like that. And in the end, boom, here you have him in his robot mode. Okay, so in terms of his transformation, I had to kind of go back and make sure that I had the slider moved all the way on the left leg. That's one that kind of likes to get stuck here a bit. I don't like I'm not comfortable with the sliders with this clear plastic. I'm really not. I don't like that. The transformation, it's the most finicky and fiddly out of all three. There's no doubt about it. It's fine, but like I said, the slider makes me kind of uncomfortable if I'm perfectly honest. As such, I'm only going to give it about a 7. The articulation, well, the elbows bend, the arms can go all the way around, and there's like a sideways knee in, but not really any knee forward or back or anything. It's probably the least articulated. Again, I'm going to say it's about a 7. It's definitely the weakest of the entire team, but it's also the basis of their combined mode, which of course is the classic Star Saber. And to do the classic Star Saber, basically, you have to kind of put this guy back in his robot, or not robot mode, but sort of in his shuttle mode again. So we're going to take the arms and bend them back up like that, and then we're going to take this whole piece and bring it all the way around so that we have a handle, and then I should be able to keep those like that. So we have a handle, and then we really turn it around this way, and we're going to bring the legs out and down to the side, and we're going to take the feet, and they go turned up and in, they go turned up and in. So this is what we have so far. If we go over to this side, you can kind of see there the way it is. At the top we have 2 gray pegs, and those 2 gray pegs on the top are what the 2 engines basically of this piece are going to plug into. So in the end we have, and so at the end of the day we have the combined Star Saber. It's a cool looking sword, I guess, even if it is a couple of planes attached to each other and a shuttle. I don't know, it's easy to get here. It has a 5mm peg and can be wielded by kind of anybody who can handle a 5mm peg. It's cool, it's neat, I like it, but I mean it is what it is. Overall, I would say the transformation to get here and the look of it is fine. 7, 8, something like that. Maybe even a bit higher. Maybe like more like a 9.5 for the look. In terms of a mini-con set, I would say that this one is overall quite successful. The only concern is the longevity of it with all of the clear plastic. But outside of that, it's a solid set, and I'm going to give it, honestly, an overall score of about a 9. And so here we are once again, and here they are. The shuttle lad is definitely our weakest. He looks probably the coolest with the most paint, but I feel like he's the least functional, and I don't like the slider. I mean, the legs pop off a lot, and because it's clear plastic, I'm afraid of them cracking or breaking or stress marking. Kind of like the elbows on this lad here. They come off way too easy. They stress. There's already a couple of little stress marks there. These are on loan to me, so I'm very delicate with them. And I was kind of aware of the clear plastic. These are not mine. I really appreciate Wayne letting me take a look at them. But my advice to him would be to never transform these again. Leave them in vehicle mode, or leave them in robot mode, or leave them in Star Saber mode. Although the Star Saber mode doesn't hold together the best. I like this, I really do. But the excess of clear plastic is the only thing that's a concern. As a group, as I said, they're about a 9. They're fun. They're functional for the most part. But the clear plastic means that you're going to have to be delicate with it. I don't feel like the clear plastic that we see nowadays here in 2020 is as delicate or as fragile as this stuff. It's never been my experience, but when you are talking about joints and hinges that are so very small, and you talk about them done with a plastic that is noted for cracking, it puts one on edge. I like them, but I like them with a caveat. Let me know what you think about these guys. I appreciate you coming by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube. While you're at it, man, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, man, you do make a difference. And I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.